Listen, I'm trying to figure out what in the world was Keith Thurman talking about when he said Jaron Ennis reminds him of Floyd Mayweather. But not just Floyd. Out of all people. He said he reminded him of Floyd Mayweather in himself. What? Like, Keith Thurman, make it make sense to me. How in the world do you see yourself in Jaron Ennis? I seen the interview. I seen you know, all of a sudden you know him and you went and looked him up and everything. But the part that baffles me out of all things, out of all the boxes that exist, out of all the boxes that ever laced on, put gloves on, you compared Jaron Ennis should have threw up, should have actually made a response video and called you out. Because all the sucker stuff you've been doing, especially when you was trying to hold out on Earl Spence becoming, unified after he got the IBF. And he kept calling you out and he wanted to fight you and you ducked him. That's a fact. You ducked Earl Spence and you gave every other reason to have all these rematches and to fight everybody else except Earl Spence. That's a fact. And now you want to say that Jaron Ennis has ducking in his blood? I don't think so. I don't know his daddy personally. I don't know him personally, but from my understanding, his dad was a boxer. He knows the understanding and the craft about boxing. I've actually watched him at 60-some years old show excellent display of skills inside the boxing ring at 60-some years old. So I don't believe in his pedigree and his blood that you compare to Ennis, Boots, his family, anybody that came through his lineage on any level. And to say this, listen, I know you don't want to fight him, but he would dust you, he would knock you out, he would stop you easy. I think he would stop Keith Thurman in the first round if he just came straight in and applied pressure and didn't hold back. I think he could stop Keith Thurman literally in the first round, period. So at the end of the day, I just don't understand why Keith Thurman was off all this time. Now all of a sudden he's back and he's the top dog, or he wants to be the top dog. And now he want to call out the top dogs, but when he was the top dog, he was running from the other top dog. It don't make no sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense to me. But Keith Thurman, stop. I think you're a great analyst. Like there's work for you after you retire in the boxing, being an analyst. Without a shadow of a doubt, I think Keith Thurman would be a phenomenal analyst. But this guy literally said that Jaron Ennis reminds him of himself and Floyd Mayweather. Okay, I don't have an issue with you, saying that you see glimpses of Floyd Mayweather. I don't have an issue with that. But Keith Thurman, you act like you the best ever laced on glove, brother. And you know what, Keith Thurman, I actually lost money on you. The first time I decided to make a bet and bet on you, I lost money. You took food out of my son's mouth. Yes, you did. Because when you fought Pacquiao, I thought that Pacquiao was just too old. I'll be honest with you. I thought he was just too old. I thought your youth, you having the ability to use your feet, and you, quote unquote, think you're just a phenomenal boxer. I did actually put money on you and thought you were going to win, Keith Thurman. I'm not even going to sit there and lie. And I lost it. Keith Thurman, you took food out my son's mouth because I lost. Yeah, I bet it on you, Keith Thurman, to get Pacquiao. I lost. So, that's a whole nother story. But listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to say this last thing. Keith Thurman, go to sleep. Because obviously you're not woke, brother.